tan unexpected signs you might live over much of years old? Have you ever wondered why some people live past 100 years old, yet still stay healthy, sharp, and even look younger than their real age? It's not just luck, it's not just good genetics, and it's definitely not some expensive superfood. Often, it's small daily habits, simple signs that quietly pave the way to extraordinary longevity. A 75-year-long study at Harvard University revealed, if you have at least 5 out of these 8 signs, your chances of living a long, healthy life nearly double. So what are those signs, and how many of them do you already have? Let's dive right in. Sign 1. You often smile or laugh, even without a reason. Laughing for no reason isn't being silly. It's a secret weapon of the world's longest living people. When you laugh, your body releases endorphins, the natural feel-good hormones. Laughter reduces cortisol, the stress hormone, lowers blood pressure, that boosts your immune system, and increases life expectancy. Research from Loma Linda University shows just 10 minutes of hearty laughter a day can strengthen your immune system and lower heart disease risk. I once met a 104-year-old man in Okinawa, Japan. He smiled at every stranger, saying, "Smile first, and the world will smile back. And even if it doesn't, you'll still be happy." He shared that when he was young and failed miserably, an elder told him, "If you can smile through tough times, you've already won." Since then, he made it a daily habit to find a reason to smile, no matter what. Sign 2. You find joy in the smallest things. Can you find happiness in simple, tiny moments? Seeing meaning in small things keeps your mind positive, a vital foundation for long-term mental and physical health. A 102-year-old woman in Italy spent every morning watering her flowers. Whether it rained or shined, she smiled and said, "Each blooming flower reminds me I'm still alive." Sign 3. You forgive easily and let go of anger. Forgiveness doesn't just heal your soul, it can literally extend your life. Holding grudges keeps your cortisol high, weakens your immune system, and damages your heart. People who forgive tend to live longer, with fewer cases of heart disease and depression. In a small village in Greece, I met Mr. Dimitrios, 101 years old. He said, "I don't forgive because they deserve it. I forgive because I deserve peace." After letting go of old grudges, he became noticeably healthier and still walked 2 kilometers every morning, smiling at everyone he met. Sign 4. You naturally wake up early without an alarm clock. Waking up before sunrise, it's a hidden sign of a perfectly tuned biological clock. Naturally rising early shows your inner circadian rhythm is balanced, a critical factor for longevity. A study from the University of Exeter found that people with stable biological clocks had 20% lower risks of heart disease, stroke, and depression. In a small Costa Rican village famous for longevity, I met Mr. Manuel, 98 years old. He woke up every morning at 5 a.m. without any alarm. When I asked his secret, he chuckled and said, "I wake up when the birds start singing." That's nature's perfect alarm clock. Sign 5. You maintain genuine, close friendships. Loneliness kills faster than cigarettes, but true friendship is pure life insurance. A 20-year study by Brigham Young University showed that lack of strong social bonds increases the risk of early death by 50%. In a village in Japan known for their moai, lifelong groups of friends, I met Mrs. Fumiko, 102 years old. She shared, "We meet every week, even just to sip tea, laugh, and tell old stories. No one feels alone here, and that's why we live." When asked her secret to longevity, she simply said, "No one lives long alone. Never let yourself stay lonely." Sign 6. You enjoy moving your body without feeling forced. Gentle movement every day, that's the secret key to staying young. Regular, easy movement improves circulation, keeps muscles flexible, reduces risks of heart disease, diabetes, and osteoporosis. Harvard researchers found that just 30 minutes of walking a day cuts early death risk by up to 35%. In Sardinia, Italy, home to one of the world's highest rates of male centenarians, I met Mr. Giovanni, 101 years old. He didn't hit the gym or run marathons. Instead, he took slow walks every day around his vineyard, tenderly caring for each grapevine like an old friend. He smiled and said, "Your body is like a machine. If you stop using it every day, it rusts." Sign 7. You cherish beauty, art, and creativity. Art doesn't just make life beautiful, it makes life longer. Appreciating or creating art activates brain regions tied to positive emotions, naturally increases dopamine, reduces stress, and strengthens resilience against aging. A study in Norway showed that people engaged in artistic activities lived 14% longer on average. I once met Mrs. Agnes, 100 years old in France. Every morning, she painted watercolor scenes by her window. When I asked her why, she smiled and said, "Painting is how I talk to time." Sign 8. You persist in doing small daily tasks like cooking and cleaning. Small, simple daily actions. They're the quiet bricks that build a fortress of longevity. Tasks like cooking and cleaning are natural forms of gentle exercise. They keep your muscles agile, your mind sharp, and give you a sense of control over life. Swedish studies showed that elderly people who managed their own household chores lowered their dementia risk by 32%. In a rural village in Vietnam, I met Mrs. Lan, 99 years old. Even though her family was happy to help, she insisted on sweeping the yard, watering the plants, and preparing simple meals every morning. When asked why, she smiled and said, "As long as I can care for myself, I know I'm still truly alive." Conclusion: if you have several of these signs, you're not just living longer, you're living better. Take a moment and ask yourself, how many of these signs do you recognize in your own life? If you have at least 5 out of 8, congratulations. You are already paving the way to a remarkable, vibrant life. Drop a comment below. How many signs do you have? And don't forget to like and subscribe for more powerful tips to help you live not just longer, but stronger.